Coming to you live from the cornfields. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Christian.
I'm Neelan.
And we are here today to play Wolves, which is a soon-to-be-released game from Coyote Crow, a small publisher that makes games inspired by and reflecting the values of indigenous people, which I think is awesome. And they provided this copy for our playthrough, so thank you very much. I guess I was going to kind of summarize the game. We've practiced it a little bit off camera, so we hopefully get it. But sound good?
Yeah,
of course.
If I miss anything or you have any questions, you
in the spirit of cooperative play, we'll
I don't need to say
and
that.
we'll degrade you.
I don't even need to say. You know you can yell at me.
Yeah. Berate constantly.
So Wolves is set in a alternate history North America that was not colonialized, and we are indigenous communities in a pre-modern era. It's a fictional alternate setting, but basically just trying to work ourselves and together to get by filling our needs each of 8 years for fish, corn, and bison, which each represent both food and the other uses of those things. So this is a semi-cooperative game where we lose the game if we ever can't fill our needs, if one person ever can't fill their needs. But we all win the game if we make it through 8 years with a diminishing availability of resources, right? Which is one of the last things we learned off camera, and we're like, this gets real.
It's going to dramatically change. Yeah, real.
And then if we all make it to the end, we all win, but the individual who had the highest status along the way, earning awards each year for their prowess in gathering and
their helpfulness,
their generosity to others' communities. They are elected chieftain, and they get what the game refers to as a second victory.
Sure,
the real winner.
Yeah.
It's up to us to decide which victory counts more.
Yeah,
it's. I think it's the only board game I've ever seen where you can win twice in one game.
Love it.
Of it.
And it's relatively quick, so that's a lot of bang for
Lot
your
of
buck.
I'm here to win as many games as possible. This might be
This is the one.
Yeah.
Neelan, you track you do BG stats. You track your plays, right? How do you do the 2 wins?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know, actually. I think in the interest of this game, it would just be sole winner, because that's the sole way I would do it, I guess. The app doesn't let you do it any other way.
You'd fall back on the
Would it be
everyone
tie?
loses or one person wins.
Maybe, I guess so.
Would
Yeah,
tie
you
be
could
the
have
winner?
you could have multiple winners, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know how you would differentiate between the winners of a co-op game.
Gotta report the app.
Just log it twice.
There we go.
Well, if you're the developer of the BG Stats app watching this, please get to work on any changes necessary to handle a double win game.
Love it.
Okay, so in each year we're going to follow a quick series of steps where first we're going to do sort of a push your luck game to gather resources. Then we do our best to fulfill our own needs, but we mark any that we can't meet. And then next we can gift each other resources, which will have 2 motivations, is we need to make sure that everyone's needs are met. And then
we lose. We lose instantly.
Yes,
if anyone's
we-
needs are unmet, game over, go away.
As hilarious as I might think it is if Christian has no bison.
Doesn't matter.
I lose too. And then the other motivation is potentially jockeying for those status awards, since that is a big source of status, is giving away stuff. Then after 8 years, our supplies will dwindle. We may pick up some knowledges, which are sort of similar to what other games might call technologies. There's some new
upgrades.
abilities along the way. I don't know, anything I left out of that?
The only thing I would
level?
say is that as we're drawing these cards, I'm going to see, does this play if I'm holding these? There
I
we
think
go.
so, yeah.
There's a leader card. There are 3 of these in our decks.
Yeah.
Overdrawing is if you see all 3 of your leader cards, you bust. And that means that you do not get any resources the next round. I think it's likely that we'll have several busts over the course of the game. Once you see 1 leader, you're going to start slowing down. Once you see 2, you're going to start getting scared.
Yeah.
And then once you hit your 3rd, you're kind of screwed. Those leaders work as wild cards for all the resources, and they are also what you can convert to knowledge at the end of a round. So they're both scary and helpful, just like the real boss.
It's a little bit of... I'm not sure why they called them leader cards.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, it might be sort of... I guess it's sort of a metaphor like the title of Wolves is.
Yeah, right.
When they're are no wolves in this game.
I just call that out because it is so unintuitive that to the viewer watching at home, they might be like, leaders, what do you do with is that a type of bison?
Yeah. The rulebook kind of says that as you're drawing them from your deck, they represent bad luck or obstacles, and maybe there wasn't enough rain or whatever situations come up as you're gathering resources for the year. And then when they're in play, when you use them later, they represent like the ingenuity and the kind of the stick-to-itiveness, to use a word that is the thing comes to mind that my mom, I'm sure, made up to overcome those obstacles.
It's interesting when I was trying to make sense of the thematic leader, my brain went to, if they're still in your deck, they're like at home planning for the next years and doing press conferences, not actually press conferences, but that's what, because like if you have leaders in your deck, you get extra status, so they're like really plugging the background, and then if you have them all in the field, and they're doing all this resourcing, then they can't do the leader work, and they have nothing.
We're all trying to be elected chieftains, so the leaders that stay back have time to campaign.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly.
Perfect. Okay, last thing before we start, let me suggest that if you haven't yet, if you like the video, subscribe to Optimal Play, comment, all that stuff that boosts us in the algorithms. That's the only way to support us, so we'd appreciate it. Also, Neelan is a host of the Board Game Barrage podcast, so if you're one of the 3 board gamers who doesn't listen to that show, check that out anywhere you find podcasts.
Neelan, I've never listened, but that's because I don't listen to podcasts.
I mean, that is a valid reason.
What century do you live in?
I'm morally opposed to podcasts.
I listen to so
this
many
is not
podcasts.
a joke.
I would love to unpack this.
Yeah, me too.
Not on the street.
Right. No,
it's going to be twice the length of our game that we're about to play.
And not to skip over to, I'm not aware of anything either of you wants to plug.
I don't have anything to plug right now. I'm designing some stuff. I'm just crushing figures. I got a really cool one in the hopper. I think this might be one that's going to sell. So I'm not allowed to talk about it. So just imagine the coolest game you can, and then describe it to me, and then back me up.
So subscribe to Optimal Play. Check out the Board Game Barrage podcast, and say a prayer for Christian.
Yeah, that's it. Thoughts and prayers for Christian.
Perfect. Okay, well, diving into year 1, for the first 3 years, we don't use these availability cards that will start to restrict our access to resources. So we go straight to gathering.
Yeah.
Right? Which
and,
is this...
and when we played before, we were just sort of calling out as we spot our leaders, because we're all just going to draw a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
Well, our hand size was anywhere from like 18 to like 9.
Yeah, I learned this game from the rule book, and it wasn't super prescriptive as to whether you should all draw one card at a time. We played it kind of loosey-goosey. And found that worked fine.
Yeah.
So I think that's what
just start calling it out if you hit 2.
Yeah.
That's when we need to start planning a little bit.
Exactly. So here we go. Draw one card at a time to your hand. Wow, I started with a leader card, so this is
Shuffle
going
better.
right. Yeah.
That wasn't what we wanted.
It's going better for me from there, though.
Did we mention that we each have kind of specialties and
weaknesses?
Oh,
that's a great point.
Yeah.
I don't think we did.
Oh, leader.
So, each of the tribes has 2 resources that they're stronger in and 1 that they're weaker in.
Yeah, like my community is the Masakat, and we specialize in corn and are decent at fish also.
Oh my goodness.
So I may be relying...
Have you not hit a leader yet?
Oh, there's my second leader. Okay.
1 leader.
This is where I have to make... This is where every card I draw is tempting fate, but I'm going to tempt a little bit of fate.
I'm so torn.
I just hit 2 leaders. I think I'm stopping.
Oh.
That's a good part of the deck.
I hit my 3rd leader on my second draw. After
better in the early game than the late game.
Yeah.
I've hit no leaders, and look at my deck. And I would like to point out that when I was just giving an example, I flipped through to find leaders, and it was right on top.
And then you shuffled.
Good thing.
So,
I'm only at 1 leader.
Oh my god.
But I'm torn about whether I just want to build up reserves or just... I'm good right now.
I guess I'm going to stop. I kind of wanted to...
You're
there's no cards in my
zero
deck.
leaders?
But 0 leaders is a lot of status.
Now that I think
That's
about
true.
it, tech is a good thing to go for. So
I mean, I could guarantee myself the tech, but
But also, you
get that knowledge
status.
by drawing 2 leaders and not having to use them as wild resources.
I'll take the status. This is nuts.
Wow,
but,
okay.
Look at how big my hand is.
Well, since I overextended, what the game has me do is put my leader cards face up on top of my deck. Both because I've discarded them, I can't use them for any other benefits this year, and because next year I have to skip gathering entirely.
Right.
So I'm off to a great start.
Good job.
Help me, please.
Oh, and we need to have our starting status based on how many leaders everyone has drawn.
Yes.
Oh,
right.
Christian, you are leading.
I am
Yeah,
number
so,
one.
So for year one, status ranks go based on how few leaders we've drawn, and then
Zero.
hand size.
And then-
Zero.
Kyle and I will be
Oh,
tiebreaker.
Yeah, so
Five.
check your hand size. I think at 3 leaders drawn, I will definitely be 4th.
I have a 13.
Oh man, this is.
22.
Not relevant, but 24 for me.
So that means you're third, right?
How did you have?
There's 3 leaders in this deck of...
No, I'm
Is it
second.
the other way around?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm second.
Oh man, all right. So
It's nuts.
I'm not only
24
doing the
resources
worst, but I'm doing the
around
worst by a lot.
20
Oh, jeez.
cards.
Yes.
You
Okay.
have some force, likely.
So
But
Wow.
you do get
Gonna burn a lot.
5 status this year for each leader you drew less than 2, which is just Christian getting 10 status.
That's a lot.
So that's gonna be tough to beat him this year too.
And I'm number 1, so we go right into meeting the needs of the community, right?
That's right. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
3, obviously, I'm gonna hit everything. 3 bison, and then 3 corn.
Yeah,
Easily.
and
No
those needs,
question.
if it's unclear to the viewers, those needs are just always the same for all of us every year. 3 of each
Three,
resource.
three.
Yeah.
So you always need to make sure that you're hitting, which means that functionally 12 of each resource across each
Right,
year.
right.
Anyway, that's me.
And we're not allowed to talk about our hands, so you have plenty more resources you can probably help us out with, but we don't know what they are as we make our decisions here. Number 2 is Kyle.
3 corn, 3 bison, and 3 fish.
Very
Wow,
nice.
look at you.
Imagine having all of those things.
So self-sufficient. How about you, Neelan?
Okay, I'm also 3, 3, and 3.
Ah.
3 corn, 3 fish, 3 bison.
How you doing, Brandon?
Not great.
Don't worry, I'm gonna help you out.
All
Yeah,
right.
we got you.
I have 3 corn. I am the corn community, so that much
At least
is good
that.
at least. I also have 2 fish, but that is going to be unmet, and 1 bison, which is also unmet. So next is the gifting step. So starting with number 1 again, Christian.
Brandon,
you
I've
may
got
offer
some
gifts to any
presents
of
for you.
us.
This is a nice, big, juicy stack of presents. So
Oh,
I think
boy.
you're gonna like it. I'm gonna give you're 1 short on fish.
1 short on fish, 2 short on bison. And I will not be gathering next year.
Oh man, yeah, that's so
Oh.
hard.
So I am open to excess donations
I'm gonna give you
here.
I'm gonna give you
My beautiful leaders.
4 fish.
Ooh, okay. I accept.
Revealing 4 fish. Yep.
Thank you.
you go.
I will use
Oh,
one.
and I should say it loud. I should not have revealed until you accepted because you aren't supposed to know until.
That's true. It's not like
In the
it's
first
not like
round,
you
it
can
doesn't matter.
lie.
Yeah.
But
It's mostly as we get the tokens, as we get
Yeah.
the wooden stored ones.
I wouldn't know whether your intention was
Just
to
a
give me
habit
cards
I
or
need to make
tokens.
sure you
Yeah.
get it too. So that's my
okay.
offer to Brandon.
So I immediately fulfill my fish need and have 3 more fish in the reserves. Thank you, Christian. And you gave me 4 resources,
to 18,
so
which is
2 status
way
each.
overkill.
Yeah.
Not necessary.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like you need to do that. but
Everyone else
I
met,
will
right?
take it.
Okay,
Yep,
I'm
met.
done. I was mostly worried about you for next year, so.
I was not worried about me for this year, Kyle. Bison
Well,
community.
do I have something for you? How about 4 bison?
Sure. Yeah, I don't see myself turning anything down right now.
All right,
So and 4 bison only is 2 bonus.
Yeah, so
bison,
4 bison fulfills my
You get
need and gives me
8
2 in
points,
reserves.
Great.
And I don't really know if I'm gonna gift.
You can force me to take.
I can.
I'm not
but-
sure how valuable that is though, because I'm so far ahead out on the status track.
Yeah.
And there's no difference between second place with 8 and second place with
Right.
16.
Right.
But you know what I will do? Because you're my buddy, I'm gonna force you to take a bison from
Oh,
me.
wow. That's exactly what a buddy would say.
And I'll
And-
take 2 for that.
And the reason, as I narrate a few things for the sake of the video, the reason that you have to accept that is because Kyle is lower status
Yes.
than you.
And we were a little confused about this as we played before. Status for all purposes is based on the tokens we have in front of us.
Yes.
Lower number is higher status. I'm in first, second, third, fourth place.
Yep.
So as the track changes, that's just setting us up for how those.
Yeah,
tokens will be
we're not
distributed
updating these in
next
real
year.
time. We
Exactly.
update them at the end of the year. Yeah.
Okay, Brandon, I am going to be giving you the gift of 1 bison and 2 corn.
I accept.
Okay, so that's both of my leaders.
Go figure.
And the bison.
Thank you.
are
You said that
welcome.
was 1 bison, 2 corn.
and know that I gave up knowledge for that, Brandon.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you use your leaders.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
I agree that
And that's
do not
probably
want to lose in round
that
2.
seemed more worth it.
I
Okay.
appreciate you carrying me through my irresponsible
Brandon.
over farming.
Is that all you're gifting?
That is it. Yep, I'm done.
So
Brandon.
I may gift. I think I'll pass on gifting. It would be maybe interesting if I had well, I mean, I guess I can gift my token, so I could theoretically be like, I want to get up to 3rd place on status by giving
That would
away
be
everything you just
giving
gave me.
away
But
4 tokens, which would be. Please don't do that.
But there is a reserve max of 9, so if you were going to generate more than 2 resources,
Sure.
it's better to
I'm
gift.
guessing his hand is not great.
Yeah.
what makes you think that?
Seems like there might be a forest in his hand.
Yeah, no, I won't be that guy who in the first round of the game jeopardizes the the cooperative
Right,
victory
right.
for my individual sake. So okay, I'll pass on gifting for now. Which takes us to reconciling, which is where we do all the year-end stuff. First, we check whether our needs are met. They are,
Hey!
thankfully.
We did it.
And we can go ahead and discard the things that we used to meet those needs.
You get a tech and knowledge, excuse me.
Yeah, and then this is also where you can use your leader cards. You can convert them into your choice of any resource token, or 1 status, or 2 of them into a knowledge, which is an ability that you'll be able to utilize going forward. Is that what you're doing,
I
Kyle?
am. I'm
see your
going
2
to
leaders
I'm going
out.
to use 2 leaders to get the same one that I started to try to get in our practice round, which was Know the Land. And it's during the gathering step. Once per turn, you may draw 3 cards at once. You must return them to the top of the deck in any order. Then you can continue drawing as normal.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a scry into
Yeah.
knowing what's happening.
That would have saved my butt.
It sure would have.
And I'm just calling out, I still have so many fucking resources, and I'm turning them all into stored reserves.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I have
Wow.
3
That's
corn, a fish, and
crazy.
2 bison.
Jeez.
Yeah, I have 1 bison and 2 fish, which I am happy to have drawn all the fish in my deck.
So I actually almost have enough to just take care of the next round off of us.
Well, we might need it with Brandon.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, really.
we had both ends of the RNG.
Oh, and
Brandon
actually-
having no resources
I
next round, and
do
me
have
having.
a corn in my hand.
Oh, that's
hey.
perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
actually, my
That's
needs are
actually
met.
good, yeah.
That's
but,
lovely.
yeah,
For now.
but then my reserves would be empty.
You're right.
So we now
so we're
do-
also discarding and returning to our deck any forest cards, which were cards we can draw that are just null cards.
Just blanks.
Just to
And
obscure how much
we also
have.
we update our status, right?
Right.
So
we
I am number
So we
one.
don't.
one.
Right?
Pink is 2.
No, I guess
yeah,
we stay
yeah.
the same.
exactly.
Yep.
So Christian, you get 3 status awards, which
Which
are basically
is
your victory
VPs,
points towards
yeah.
the individual victory for being at the top of the track. Pink player.
I'm just gonna say
Kyle
out
gets
loud
2.
for all of us. And this is our first time playing all the way through. My strat right now is I'm trying to get early VPs so that I can then focus on us not losing. But I feel like the first few rounds are a good opportunity to get like a couple
Oh,
of
so
these
you're-
3 chunks.
Yeah, it's funny as the stakes of survival escalate, but
Yeah.
the value of status does not.
Yes.
Right.
This is worth just as much as winning round 8.
But I think
Yeah.
it's
But it's going to
interesting.
become less desirable to like be out for yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so actually I think
Completely.
that's probably a good assessment.
Yes, I'll be interested
Yeah.
to see how that actually plays. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
I try to do the tech or the knowledge cards early so that I have an engine to
Yes.
fall back on.
Right.
My engine was draw
I
24
just realized
cards.
that I shouldn't have. I don't think anyone gifted me bison that last round, right? No, I should have.
Not that I know of.
Must have
No.
just got knocked in.
Okay, so then
year
it
2.
is year 2, which still has no availability crisis.
Thank
And
So we
goodness.
just start drawing.
so you 3 can all start drawing.
Oh,
I'm gonna
just
use
monologue.
I'm gonna use this time to shuffle my deck really well.
This never happens again.
Exactly.
I have an early first. Oh my god, an early second leader.
Oh,
Slow
you're in my
down,
shoes,
slow
man.
down. Just
I'll
wait. Just
hang.
wait.
Yeah, I'll just wait and see what happens.
First
here.
leader.
I mean, I'm gonna draw one more.
First
Because
leader.
it couldn't possibly be another leader.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, second leader.
I have 1 leader out.
Hmm.
I'm not, I mean, I have a lot of resources banked, and Brandon is technically safe. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think-
keep pushing.
I
we'll
do
be
think the
okay.
spirit of this is that you stay
I
roughly
think-
in like lockstep with everyone drawing, so you shouldn't wait until they draw 20 cards to draw your
Sure.
7th. Like
That's fair.
Um,
Even in the situation where I'm like, well, this would be very scary. Yeah, no, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I
I'm
think
gonna
so.
know the land right now, so I'm gonna look at the top 3, and I will draw all 3 of those.
Yeah, that is interesting though,
stop.
because it makes a big difference.
Yeah, like my interpretation of the rules is that if you were playing really strictly, you would like be like, okay, 3, 2, 1, draw, 3, 2, 1, draw, like literally do it simultaneously.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't necessarily think that that's necessary.
No,
I don't think
make
it is.
a lot
But I think that the spirit is
Second
more
leader and I'm
on that
stopping.
side. Yeah.
Oh my god, you did it again.
Another big ass hand.
Oh my
But
god.
I want some knowledge.
What the? Holy cow.
Yeah, he did it again, guys.
Meanwhile, I have 0 cards in my hand. I
So
hope you're all happy.
you're done, right?
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
stick there.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it feels like
I think
probably,
Brandon's right. It's like maybe wait a second or two, but like don't
really
just
stall
really
with it.
stall
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's more information.
It's so weird because like my gut check says like this, the odds of
I
being
know.
out the leader in this deck is.
But that's what I did last time.
Well, exactly.
And
as
it
we
was,
saw.
and I was
News
like,
about
okay.
odds.
There were like, I don't know, there were at least 15 cards left in my deck, and so I was like, okay, I could draw 3 of them, and I
Sure.
probably won't hit my leader card,
So-
and I think it was on my second draw.
Yeah. Turn order, right? Start
Yes.
hitting my stuff.
So the very first thing is, did anyone draw less than 2 liters to get 5 status
No.
each? No. Okay. Everyone drew till they had 2 liters. And then, starting with you, Christian, go ahead and fulfill your needs.
3 corn, 3 fish, 3 bison. Bing bang boom.
Bang, bang, boom. All right.
Easy.
Similarly, but not quite as miraculously. 3 corn, 2 fish plus 1 from my reserve, and 3 bison.
Okay, so bad year, but 1 of each.
Okay.
So I have an unmet need and everything.
Ooh.
Well,
And Brandon,
I'm gonna sit
is
here all
forced.
judgmental of Neelan because I have met all my needs.
We gave them to you.
I did it.
By myself. No cooperation. And now we're into the gifting phase. Neelan, what do you need?
Everything.
Everything.
2 of everything.
2 of everything.
Neelan, I'm gonna offer you 2 corn, 2 fish, 2 corn and 2 fish.
I accept.
Great.
2 fish.
These are all
Good
cards.
Things blew up to 8.
That's very nice of you.
And then my offers continue. Brandon, I'm gonna offer you 1 bison.
That's it, huh?
1 bison and 1 fish. 1 bison and 1 fish.
Sweeten the pot a little
Sweeten the
bit.
All right, deal.
1 bison and 1 fish. Give me 2
Okay, we'll give you 4 more status.
and I'm
And
gonna
I'll take
offer
a-
you 2 fish. Kyle.
I'll accept.
Grudgingly.
Wow, we have a major front runner for Chieftain, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, that's me.
It's okay. He's leading us to wonderful years
Yeah,
of
it's
harvest.
cooperative. That's 1. Kyle, you're up.
I'm just gonna offer Neelan 2 bison.
I accept your Not in the position to
You
refuse.
better accept this, yeah. Okay, so your needs are all met.
I'm met now, yeah. I'm good.
Neelan, or Kyle, are you done gifting?
I am done gifting,
Okay.
and I have 4
So
points.
you could, I mean, just
so-
pointing out, you could offer to gift your reserves too. Like if you just want to force the issue, you could give me reserves for points.
I feel like
for
neither
status.
of these guys are interested in it, and it feels like I'm gonna fall into second again.
Okay, great.
So I
Just
don't
checking.
think it makes sense for me
Okay.
to gift reserves right now.
Neelan.
And
I have. Well, you know what? I do have the leader cards, but I'm gonna hang on to them. And
Oh,
just,
actually, pause. You were obligated to use those leaders to meet your needs.
Oh, you
that's a good
were.
point.
Thank good catch.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's just say that I'll hang on to these bison that Kyle most recently gave
Great.
me, and we'll fill that there. That is a good point. Thank you.
Yes.
Well done.
Well, so then now you have 2 bison if you want to gift.
force me to take
that's
your bison.
true.
That's-
I would be
that's-
only doing it to nudge Kyle out of second place, which doesn't feel very kind.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I guess that nothing's stopping you from re-gifting, right? So
No, it's explicit.
yeah.
I also am
So
rich on bison, so it's not. I mean, sure, I'm going to do this. I'm sorry, Kyle.
That's
In
fine.
the interest of
And
semi-cooperativeness.
give them to Kyle, not me.
Well, he's also bison strong.
Oh, I
so
can take 1 without it getting burned. It's really just I would rather have the
Sure.
resources
Yeah.
on the table.
Yeah.
than
I'll
points.
just give them both to Brandon. Brandon, how would you feel about 2 bison?
I'll accept your 2 bison.
I was gonna say because
Thank
even
you.
if Brandon rejected, then you could put them on me, and that would
Right.
be fine.
Right, you can,
Yeah.
you can make 1 offer
Yeah,
each
and
player.
so,
Yeah.
so you get 4 status, which this is the first time we've seen this, but when someone lands on someone else on the status track, they bump them down 1, so there's never
Cute.
ties. Yeah.
Brandon, are you making any ludicrous gifts?
Pretty tempted to, I'm sure.
For the price of just 3 resources, I could take second place on status
That's
here,
true,
which is actually
Not crazy? It's tokens.
Not
They're permanent.
crazy.
No one takes them away.
I can just send these back to Neelan.
That would be so funny.
Right?
can
Like
send them to anyone.
I almost want to double check the rules and make sure
No,
that
this
this
is
in the
100%
spirit of the game.
in the spirit
yeah?
of the game.
Yeah. That's why you go last.
Yeah.
So
And
after
it's
you
like,
accept
it's a
gifts,
strong
you're
rubber
like,
band.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
encouraging you to
I
be
mean,
able to catch
yeah,
up.
I think rather than go through 2 years with no
Yes.
awards, I think I do this. I'm gonna keep a bison because I'm not good at
very
producing
funny.
those. Let's see, and I will try to be as helpful as possible as I give these 3 away. So let me give.
I would like a bison.
Oh, but I don't have corn. Yeah, see, Neelan specializes in bison.
Yeah, so give me a bison.
So-
If you just want to
so
get
I'm
points,
gonna
just give me a
give-
bison.
I'm gonna give. Christian, I'm gonna gift you 1 bison.
And that also fills up my reserves.
And then I will send a
I'm
bison
bumping
and a
him up to
fish to
6 already.
Neelan because
Here,
Kyle
I
just looks
already
like he
bumped
has those
random
under
up to
control.
6
Yeah.
status.
Okay.
That's it.
As always.
Wow, I crushed this
I'm
year.
very self-sufficient.
And I get to use my leader cards to get a knowledge.
Yeah, so we're reconciling. So we're discarding the tokens and cards we used for our needs, and then you can use your leader
Can
cards.
you pass me that no
for-
waste?
Yeah, and
That's
would
a
you?
I'm going to
card.
keep triggering that for a long time.
Would you
Yeah.
read,
So
read it
yes,
for
no
us?
waste
Yeah.
is at the start of step 6. Once per turn, at the start of reconciling, if you
Yep.
have 2 of the same resource tokens in your reserves, you may add a third. And I'm going to keep triggering that forever now because I'll just always keep 2 in reserves if I can.
Yeah.
So I just get 1 free resource per turn, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, as long as you can have those reserves. Yeah.
And similarly, I actually now, with 2 leader cards, have an option to take the 3rd point back from Neelan if I wanted to. But with 2 exactly, feels like I
that's
should probably
funny.
just go for
Yeah,
the
so you could do like
knowledge.
one status and 1 resource.
Right.
Yeah,
But I
I
feel
think
like knowledge in the early
feels
game-
really
Yeah.
good, and I kind of, when I read these off camera, determination felt really nice with know the land. And
Yeah.
determination says during step 2, which is the gathering, if you draw your 2nd leader card and you continue to draw but do not overstretch, add 1 resource resource token of your choice to your reserves when you finish drawing. So with the ability to scry the top of my deck, I could probably draw 1 more card, which would allow me to get
That's pretty
additional
slick.
Resource.
I
So.
like that. That's a nice little combo.
Little combo.
So you're going with the tried and true don't bust strategy.
Yeah, it turns out in a push your luck game, don't bust seems great.
Love it.
Especially when we have resource shortages in our own decks
Speaking
and are
of which-
about to lose
Oh, no,
availability
not yet.
soon.
Yeah, so we're going up to year 3.
Well,
but
first we're
first-
changing or making status awards and changing
I'm
status
still- oh,
rankings.
yeah, so I'm number
so
1, so I
another 3 for you, Christian.
Shit, yeah.
I'll stay 3.
I'm just gonna start banking.
The what's the name of your community? Atanzina?
Yeah, I feel like you all
They
are a bunch
are
of chuckleheads.
prestigious. Yeah.
All a bunch of
But I will take my 2 awards and you
grab
give me my
one,
2nd
please.
place and 1 for
I mean,
you.
my strategy has
Alright.
been draw 24 cards.
Yeah,
That's the whole
pretty good
strategy.
So the status awards are a 3-way tie with 2 and then presided over by Christian with 6.
It's fantastic.
Okay, well I spent the entire gathering phase last time shuffling, so I know I'm
Yeah, you're good.
I'm
So
shuffling.
reset
yeah.
the status spiral, please.
Yes, and it is turn
round
3.
3.
So starting next year, the availability starts to
But
get.
for now, everyone let me know when we're done
awkward.
shuffling, and I'm gonna start drawing.
I am almost done.
Kyle,
Want to
with
give it
the,
a little.
the classic CCG
Yeah.
pile shuffle.
Well, when
Yeah.
when we are
You are
stacking
sorting,
yes.
leaders,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
feels like
And
that
I
is.
was grouping my resources as I go as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it just
same with
feels-
There's a
Yeah,
lot
so-
of like, my deck is naturally getting resorted every
Yep.
round.
Okay,
here we
shall
go.
we? Here we go.
Let's go.
Leader.
Oh,
Oh, leader.
no 24 this time. Later.
Okay, well, first leader.
Brandon, good job.
Yeah.
You didn't completely.
No, only
shit,
1 leader
yeah.
so far. Yeah. Yeah, I'm much happier this year.
Oh man, Kyle, you're going fast.
Second leader.
Second leader, and I think
Second leader.
I will do my know the land scry
I'm
here.
stopping.
I drew my 2nd leader just now, and I I'm content. I'll stop.
I think the 2 leaders being
Oh, wait.
valuable for knowledge and wild is like really interesting.
I do have a 3rd leader on
Damn.
top of my deck now, but I will draw 2 other cards and end.
Good use
Nice.
of knowing the land.
Yes.
I regret giving away Bison last time now.
Do you need the
what
bison?
happened?
That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah,
We'll
sure.
take care of you.
No, I mean my leader card will fill my
Make
needs,
that-
but I
yeah.
can't get a knowledge
Sure.
because I don't have enough Bison.
I see.
I
That's
gained.
what-
It is interesting that you can't do the trading before that, right? So your leaders must
Right.
go away.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do like that.
I like it.
I grabbed a corn with determination. I'm determined to find corn.
And now
Attaboy.
we're into meeting our needs.
Yes,
so,
starting with nutrition.
I've got 3 fishes. Boop. I've got 3 bisons. Boop. I've got 2 corns plus a banked corn. Boop. I'm good.
Wow, you sure are.
Brandon.
Okay, I also have 3 fishes boop. and 3 corn boop. And then only 2 bison, so I have to throw in a leader card. Frustratingly.
That's annoying.
So I can't cash them both in for a knowledge here. But I did meet my needs, which is a first for me.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
take
proud
it.
of you.
I'll
Good
take it.
job.
That's not true.
You're-
When you
you're
were totally
glorious.
desolate and you couldn't draw resources, you also met your needs that round.
Oh, thanks to all the tokens you had all sent me. Yeah, that's true. Nealon.
I have 3 corn. I have 3 corn boot, 3 fish boot, and 3 bison boot.
Wow, just straight from the hand. Nice.
Beautiful.
This is the last round that's going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
we're about to start losing cards.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, 3 corn boop, 3 bison boop, and 3 fish boop.
And now into
Okay.
gifting.
So
I'm-
just to be clear before gifting, everyone's needs are met.
Yeah,
so
everyone's
we're
needs.
purely gifting
For jockeying for status.
Yeah.
and
nobody.
in general,
Generosity?
yeah, general
And everybody,
niceness.
we've got to say everybody drew 2 leaders, so no one's status was
Yeah,
affected
no
by
one was
that.
did.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna start gifting. I'm gonna offer a fish to Brandon.
A fish. No one has any status yet. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll accept your fish. Thank
It's
you.
a card. It's gone.
And that puts you up to 2 status.
Yep. And I'm gonna offer bison to Brandon.
Yeah, you
Oh, I'm sorry.
You have to do
I
it.
did
A
that
different
wrong.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, wrong way. I got turned around. I'm gonna offer a corn to Nealon.
I'll accept your corn.
And this one is coming off tokens.
Reluctantly.
I know. At some point we need to be
Yeah,
on. Christian, I
yeah.
know that you have an embarrassment of
Yeah.
riches. But
And I'm gonna offer a fish to Kyle.
No thanks.
No thanks. Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
Fine.
Okay.
Be that way. That's me.
I'm next. Okay.
I did have 3 fish in reserve.
Yeah, I know. I knew that was like unlikely that you would take it.
Christian, you look light on corn.
Sure.
So I'm gonna offer you 2 corn.
He
Oops, sorry, I
will
should,
accept.
should not have shown my cards.
That's
there
fine.
yet,
I can't.
it doesn't
I can't
matter.
change
But
my mind.
you must accept. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So okay, so I'm spending my 2 corn, and I will. I'm
we
yellow.
get a-
I
we
will
get a bump me.
you down.
I'm gonna go down in status so
Yeah.
much this round.
And let's see. Kyle's got his pockets full of fish.
I'm always saying that.
Nealon, you don't have to accept it. I'll offer you one
notice.
fish.
Your pockets are
I
bulging
will
with fresh
bulging
fish.
reject your fish.
Wow. Okay.
Still wet from the catch.
Don't need it.
Okay, then I'll end the gifting there for me. So,
Nealon.
Nealon.
Okay, I will offer to Brandon a bison
I must accept, so I do. Thank you.
from a card.
And that's 2 status.
Oh, I really should have done Sophie, but I will offer to. Can you take another corn? You can take another corn.
It'll just turn into points, into status.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, he's at.
I know.
Because
Oh, you're
he's,
like your max
over,
already,
he
I
has
see.
4 of one type already. Yeah.
then-
I mean,
in
that's
that
like
case-
not crazy, but
No, for sure. And in that case, I'll offer to Kyle a corn.
I would love a corn.
You have a corn.
Thank you.
Good, because I would be mad if you gave him if you forced him to have a status pushing me back down.
So-
that said, you go up 2,
so
which
how
I
does this gonna work?
believe
Does this
pushes
everyone
pushes
down?
us both down 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
And
Kyle.
Is that the end of gifting?
That is the end of gifting.
All right. Well, let's start gifting here. You got plenty of things to gift. Brandon, why don't you
Yeah?
take 3 bison?
Thryson.
wow, that's a lot of bison.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you have no choice. I'm just
I
telling
know.
you. 3 bison. Paid in
6
full.
points.
And I have no real reason to go anymore other than to fill people's reserves if I'm going to spill, which I might. Sorry, counting. Yes, I will. I'm going to say, what communities? Nealon, would you like, and I know you do, do you like a singular fish?
You know me too well. I would love a single fish.
And
When I offered fish, you
that's
rejected it.
Well, you know what? Kyle's fish. I'm not saying anything about the quality of your fish, but
But it's inferior.
but it's inferior.
Got it.
I like
see.
the art
Implied.
fish.
Oh yeah.
And just
Yeah, all
because
the
I
pictures
could,
are-
I
Yeah.
could let, my good friend over here, Christian, take the lead over Brandon, but Brandon had a bust of a first year, so I'm not going to do
I
that.
think that's the right
I,
call.
I appreciate that.
You bet.
And yeah, the art, like, there's not a large quantity of art in this
No,
game
it's
because
nice.
it's kind of just a piece of art for each resource and a few others on the knowledge card stuff. But it's a nice looking game. Yeah, I like it. The art that is here looks really nice.
And now we're into reconciliation, right?
We are. So discard what you used to fulfill your needs.
So I realized turn order does matter for reconciliation.
I guess it does because
Yeah,
you
bumps.
because the decisions about what knowledge you take or that kind of thing
Right.
could absolutely
And-
matter.
and, so I am going to do something wacky.
What's
I'm going to
wacky?
use both my leaders
Oh no!
to add status.
No!
My goodness.
To make
Harsh.
What a dick move!
Yeah.
So that's up to you,
Wow.
right?
This doesn't
Yeah.
feel very cooperative.
That was yeah.
I want you guys to have a tougher choice about whether to take knowledge or status.
That was the opposite of generous.
I'm just trying to. I'm the whetstone that sharpens your blade. If it worked for me, you guys would be slacking around.
Oh, so I should be thanking you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he wants. I mean, then the good news is I am in the place in the lead where no one can catch
At
me.
this point, yeah.
And I think, by the way, that if we are slowing down and going in player order, do all your other conversion too. Any
I did.
resources in your hand.
Yeah, I had no other resources in that.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's it. So number 2, I only mention it especially because we were all so tight. I think
Yeah,
there's many
yeah.
cases where that wouldn't really matter, but here it really matters.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
have.
and actually, I'm sorry. I get one more status because of my no waste, which is I get to turn 2 resources into a third,
Oh,
turns
which
immediately
is
into a
excess. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No more though, right?
status. That's it. Now I'm done.
I have a fish in hand, so I will gain a fish, and then my leader, I'm just going to get a status and pass
Yeah,
Nealon.
I thought you might. That's rough because now I'm in the awkward decision of do I give up the exact one that Crispin described, which is like, do I give up knowledge for status? It's only 1 chip, which God, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'll take knowledge. So I'm gonna take Know the Land.
Nice.
That was the one that.
Once you look at the
That's
top
the scrying
three
Oh,
cards,
scrying. Yeah.
right. Okay. Man, it must be nice to have knowledge. I'm not a smart community.
Speaking of knowledge, for me, I am going to use my knowledge to gain. I was very interested in no waste, but right now in the situation I'm in, I'm going to actually take preservation.
What's that do?
Which is you may store 12 resources in your reserve area,
Nice.
and you are still limited to no more than
That's
4
pretty
of
cool,
any
though.
one
That's
type.
pretty cool.
I'm really liking it, especially because I still have resources. I have 2
yeah.
bison, 1 fish, and 1 corn, which does put me at 10 resources.
Nice.
So
Nice,
it is
nice.
Wow,
actually
good use.
beneficial.
All
Love
right.
it.
Well, this was a hotly contested status round.
Yeah.
Number 1 finally changes. Kyle, you're
yeah.
number 1.
I take it.
And you win 3 awards.
Thank you. I love awards.
Number 2 is Christian with 2 awards, yeah?
Thank you.
And then 1 award for me in 3rd.
Oof.
Okay, and I need a good shuffle here. And then we will finally be into year 4 where the availability
First waste
Let's
day.
do it. Well,
today.
I mean, we're going to have to pull
Oh,
in
because we have to shuffle
Yeah.
anyway.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
have to
okay.
shuffle twice.
So, I mean, like a big shuffle and then a quick
Yeah.
pull.
So yeah, following what goes on this track, we're going to reveal that many cards from, and let me give this a quick shuffle, even though I'm pretty sure I did before we started playing. We're going to reveal, in this case, 1 card from this availability deck, and we all have to remove that from our deck.
Permanently.
And it was one of the last things we were glad we clarified, we like double checked before we started this game, is that it is permanently gone.
Yep.
So it's cumulative as we lose more resources this way. So the first one is fish. Everyone
I
remove
do
a
not
fish
love
card
that.
from your deck.
No biggie.
That is my most
Yeah,
scarce
we'll just
resource.
throw them over into the off-camera zone. Oh. Okay.
That is my most scarce resource, so I'm a little scared.
And just saying out loud, the availability deck is 9 cards. We will lose all 9 of them by the end of the game. So
Yes.
it's really just in these early rounds, how hard is it going to hit you?
Yeah.
By the end, we will all be equally screwed by the availability.
And then in round 8, in addition to having already lost 3 of each resource, we also just each basically mill 7 cards, 7 non-leader cards from our deck.
Yeah. Which is
spicy.
really interesting, especially if the like let's say fish gets all 3 copies of fish in the first 3 rounds here.
It will
We will be
unbalanced.
like our reserves
Which is
will
interesting,
be
yeah.
really hit from
Yeah.
from fish, and
Yeah.
we'll be really relying on you, Christian, to
fish
make fish,
And then you should
make
act
fish
accordingly.
happen.
Yes.
if you will.
Okay.
Whew, I'm ready when you all are.
I am
we need
ready.
I'm always
to
trying to make fish
reset status and let's gather.
Let us do it.
Oh no, first card leader.
Second card leader.
Oh,
Oh.
leader.
Leader.
Don't love that.
Everyone has 1 leader. Okay.
Don't love it at all.
Second leader.
Ooh.
Wishing I got that knowledge.
Okay.
Second leader.
I'm having a pretty good year.
I'm having a
will
kind of
say.
shit year. It's not that bad.
What are the odds this is a leader? I'm going to keep going.
All right, since my play is so solid with no land and determination, I think I'm just gonna stop with 2 leaders.
Okay.
Scry top
This
3.
now. I'm scrying as well.
Okay,
I'm done.
I will draw
I'm
all
done.
3.
I was drawing to a point. I hit a point. God, that was
Yeah.
scary.
Man, no land is so good because after you draw 2 leaders, you can
All 3 as
basically
well.
safely draw 3 more cards. You look at them, and if they're not a leader, you just keep
Just
them all.
keep them, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you know the value of it depends
really
a lot on
good.
when you draw 2, though, right? Like
absolutely.
it would have been useless to me the last 2 rounds.
I guess I'll stop there.
And determination means I can grab another thing into my reserve because I'm at a 12 max. Man, I'm really glad I did preservation last turn.
Yeah, good tech build.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
debating.
The knowledge of my ancestors. Remember,
Yes.
I'm gonna
they were
draw
like, just
one
get more freezer pants and a bigger freezer.
I think I'll stop. I've only drawn 1 leader, but I've
That's
drawn
that's a
most
cool
of my
juicy-
deck.
Juicy.
That's a
So
cool
I'm
thing.
gonna go for that 5 status.
I love it. I think that's smart.
Because we're at the midpoint of the game. I don't have any knowledge yet, but they do have diminishing returns, right? There's
And
less,
as we now
less
see,
rounds for you to
especially
use
in the
it,
later
so,
rounds,
yeah.
5 status is a lot of status.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last round, the highest status was 7.
Yeah, that was interesting how
Six.
how much
Six,
lower
six,
it's gotten.
right.
Yeah.
Starting with player 1, fulfill your needs.
Okay.
Unlike your first round when it was like 19.
Yeah. I mean, he did go a
fulfilling
little
needs.
overboard that round.
That was wild.
All right, I am doing the thing. I have 3 corn, boop. I have.
Oh, sorry. Before you do that, is the conservation bonus, which I think is
yes,
just me
you go
gaining
5.
5 status.
Yes, you're getting 5. Bison, 3 of them, and then only 2 fish. But
thing you have
luckily,
so much
I
fish.
have fish in reserve.
Player 2 is me. Status 2 is me. 3 fish. 2 corn, but luckily I've banked some corn. 2 bison, but luckily I've banked some bison.
Well,
I
that's
kind of
right.
wanted to get those out of my reserves because of the reserve limit anyway.
Yeah.
I have 3 bison.
I
Oh, I'm
outrank
so
you.
sorry. I'm so sorry, sir.
I have 3 corn, 3 fish, and 2 bison cards supplemented by a gift from one of you.
Love it.
May I go now, sir? Please.
You may.
Thank you.
Thank you for
3
your
bison,
patience.
boop. 3 corn, boop. And 2 fish and a token fish.
Nice.
Okay.
Well done.
So everyone met all their needs.
Yeah.
We did
Yeah.
Great. All right. Then it
It feels like you got 3 rounds where you're really building up reserves. You can meet your needs just off of reserves,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Then things start to go off.
now
the
we're gonna
rails.
we're not really so sure what to expect as far as how hard this
Yes,
is going to get.
exactly.
Yeah. So
Kyle?
it'll be interesting.
You're first.
You're
Offer
gifting.
some presents.
I would love to gift. I think I'm going to gift 2 corn to Neelan if you'd like it. No, you don't. You don't love producing corn, so I
Yeah,
figured you might
it
want
wouldn't be the worst thing right now. I'll take it. I will take your corn.
Okay, I'm going to give you 1 from a card and 1 from a token.
And I've given you your status.
Thank you. Christian, how would you feel about
Decline this.
2 bison? And you can decline, but you can also say 1, and you can also, if you get 2, you'll just get a free little pointy point. Just
No,
saying.
no, I decline.
Okay. Brandon.
Brandon, who is currently 1 above you on the status track. Yes, what would you like to offer?
I would love to offer you. Actually, this is an interesting offer. I'm going to offer you. Just because I don't know the way that
You offered me the shit offer. The offer no one should have taken. Brandon's getting real off. A good one.
I'm listening.
Okay, I'm gonna offer you 2 bison and 1 corn, and you can take any bit of that you'd like.
Line of veto.
So 2 bison would just be 1 overflow bison. 2 bison and a corn.
Yeah, and feel free to take whatever you want of that offer.
I worry about my bison future, so I will take you up on a bison, but that's all I want from you.
Okay.
I guess, are you spending a card or giving me a token?
That's a card.
Card, okay. And you do pass me
Okay.
for now.
Kyle, I am going to offer you, and you must accept, 1 bison.
I sure accept.
And he can hold 4 of every resource.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Right. I'm going to offer. I'm going to offer a fish to Brandon.
I'm not scared of you. I'll take your fish.
Afraid of you? I'll take your gift.
Thank you.
I'm going to offer you a fish as well.
I will accept your fish.
Okay. Awesome. I'm giving you a cardfish.
Delicious cardfish.
That's it.
Okay, it's to me. Oh baby. I am going to. I don't know whether you'll take it, but I'd rather these go to you, Neelan. So I'm going to offer you a delightful gift of 3 corn.
Whoa.
I'm in the corn community.
I can only hold 1 of them.
So you would
I would get
convert
1
access to
and 2
1 status
status.
each. Yeah.
And you can also reject part of the gift if you
Right.
like.
I will take all 3.
Whoa.
Okay, then here are 3 corn cards.
So you're going to go up
So-
to 10 over there.
Yes.
I will take 1 corn and take
And the
2
excess is
status.
2. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
Pretty
now
good.
the rest of you must accept my corn.
Yes.
So,
I would love to accept your corn.
let's send it to Kyle. Let's try to get Christian not so many awards today.
I like it.
I'm
pro Kyle Awards.
Kyle, I'm gonna offer, and you must accept, to max out your reserve. So I'm gonna give you a corn and a fish.
I'd love that. Thank you.
And I will take 4 more status. Thank you. And I think I'm done gifting.
Neelan.
Okay, so I know where I want to get to.
Is it 15?
Not that ambitious. But I will start by offering Brandon.
And he must accept.
How's
not an offer.
reserves looking actually at this point? It's your full,
I'm
right?
full up.
You
I have-
take
I have
corn.
room.
You have space.
I can
Okay,
fit 2 corn.
great. Okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to offer Brandon 2 corn,
I accept. Thank you.
4 points.
which takes me up to 6.
Bumping them down.
Nice.
No, just stop there.
And
No need to come for me.
I will. No, I'm not coming for you. I just want to get clear of.
Like,
possible
leader
round-
points,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I'm going to offer a bison to Christian.
It's not an offer. I just take
You
it.
take my bison,
Take my bison.
and I'm done.
Great.
Okay. Well-
Now, again, we're going to enforce turn order because it
Turn
doesn't
order
Yeah,
matter.
so-
super matters. Here.
Kyle, reconcile.
Okay, so I reconcile. I have 3 bison left in my hand, so that's just 3 points
Oh,
immediately.
wow.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, so that doesn't quite catch
Yeah.
me on.
So the question now is, do
You're the
I
leader.
do leaders or do I
The tech, I will say, or the knowledge, I will say, having looked at them, there's like a wide spread in power. I feel like getting more power, just getting more knowledge, just get more knowledge. Like some of these are just not that great.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Right.
can you have more than 3 knowledge?
You can have 6
You
knowledge.
can have
You can
six.
all
Yeah,
six.
there's,
three on the
But there's
outside.
only
I see.
3 of each knowledge card.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah, they are
yeah.
supply limited. That's more likely to matter if you played with 6 players, which
Yeah.
is the max.
That makes sense. They don't get like removed in lower player counts.
No.
Okay, that's nice. It feels semi-coop. That is the case.
I don't feel like the supply limiting on those is meant to be like a real big part of the design.
No. More than 5 resources, including leader cards, and a single gift. Whoa.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like
Yeah,
a bunch
that
of these
is
are just
wild.
really hard to do.
Yeah, the
or
more
like
you
showing
share.
off, like as you pointed out, the point value on showing off, which
Doesn't-
is during step 3 you get 6 status per leader you didn't use instead of 5.
That's
Yeah.
just
It's
so
not good.
minor.
It could be enough to make a difference on a good round, but still, like,
And
it does feel like so.
Yeah, showing off does
my
not
problem
feel
with it is
worthwhile.
that is like the first source of status in the round, so everyone else can
Right.
adjust
Exactly.
their gifting and everything
Based on that.
accordingly.
Yeah. It's
And
not like
so
you would use it as a final-
Doesn't feel
and
powerful.
no waste, you're just not going to trigger because you're full all the time.
Yeah.
So that would be
I
one
know.
status, right?
Okay, so my question is, if I do a leader card, do I do 1 leader card at a time, or would I do like 2 leader cards?
I think you do all your resources and then all your leaders. So there's no you can't
do
you can't
to
do
push
one
him
just
back.
about kneeling
Yeah,
down and then
yeah,
do
yeah,
another
yeah.
one. No.
I'm a little afraid of Christian coming back, so I think I will spend both leader cards just to make sure he can't
On
catch
status.
up on me. On status, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Mostly because there's no other reason for them. I'm full up on reserves, so I can't like spend one and,
And
then.
you're not interested in being smarter.
I'm using. I have no more.
Didn't want
Yeah.
knowledge. Yeah.
No, I'm good.
I have no more resources, so I'm going to convert my 2 leaders into knowledge. I would like know the land because it's so.
It's
Know the land. Yeah. Oh, wow. So
So-
everyone but me has a copy of this now, right?
And
Yeah,
you can't
and-
get one.
That's the one that lets you, check
try
check
it.
3 cards in
That's
your
me.
deck when you are gathering. Okay, I have
Switch off.
a corn in hand, which I do. Oh, I do not have space in my reserves for because I have 9 total, even though I only have 2 corn. So that's a status, which is probably not doing me any good. And then the leader card is just also a status, just because I'm maxed on resources. So
when
that's-
you would spill over, could you decide? I don't know if you want to, but like I want more fish than corn, so I will discard a fish instead of getting status.
Interesting.
From what I recall reading in the rulebook, it just said if it's excess, if your reserves are full, it just is converted to status.
Immediately.
Like,
Doesn't give you that option.
yeah, not
So-
that I recall.
I will, in the interest of trying to catch up here, use one of my leaders for status.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And one other one for a corn.
Okay.
That totally makes sense.
So status gets handed out. So first place is Brandon.
Yes. Masakat.
Second place is Neelan. He gets 2
Third
chips.
is me.
2 awards. Here you go. Third
you.
is Kyle, and one
chip,
award.
please.
Fourth is me. Had to happen eventually.
And we are
Fine, I
going
was
into year 5. While we shuffle here, let's get a scoreboard check. I have 6 awards.
Ooh,
I think I also have 6 awards.
8.
I have 4.
Which is interesting because
okay.
that early bust was painful, but didn't really screw you for the final.
No, not
score
long
at
term.
all.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
because
you are out
everybody-
of knowledge. You have
Yeah,
no knowledge.
I-
but
I-
everyone was forced to really work hard to keep you from dying, which I think
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
very
that's-
good.
and that's
I mean,
how
like
it
there are a
should
lot of
feel.
competitive games where that should happen too, but people don't because they're dumb.
Sure.
So it's nice to have it mechanically enforced here that letting someone get knocked out is not good.
It's not what you
it's
want.
a game fail.
Right.
Um,
I'm just realizing that we do need to flip over another availability
Yeah.
modifier before we finish our
Full
shuffling.
shuffle,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's another 1 this year, and then next year will be 3.
ugh.
Yeah.
It is fish.
Oh, I
The
hurt.
skin off my nose. Yeah, be nice to me.
another fish out of
I'm
everyone's
hurting.
deck.
That is,
Yeah.
I have 3 fish in my deck at this point.
Oh, I
Wow,
forgot
yeah,
to trigger my my breeding program. I'm gonna grab another pricing.
That makes sense.
Okay. The
Wow.
decks are getting smaller.
That fish hurt. That fish hurt me.
Yeah.
You keep putting fish in your pockets.
They're so wet.
so wet.
Yeah,
Why
so
are my
we're-
pockets soaked?
We're getting to. I don't feel like we're gonna. Our reserves are so full. We're not gonna feel pain on meeting needs
No,
quite yet.
I mean,
but,
the vibe
I
I'm
think-
getting is round 7 and 8 is where the rubber is going to meet the rubber.
Yeah.
We're not going to lose then, but we might see our previous mistakes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're also like one premature bust from like that all turning around as well. So.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
like,
yeah. If someone busts right now,
that would
Brandon,
be really painful.
you should have gotten know the land.
Well,
We
someone
can't-
was
I
gonna
can't all have
you have
no
so,
land.
yeah, but
Yeah.
You still, and you have so many resources.
we literally
We're
can't
okay
all
for
have
that.
it.
Okay. Let me know when you guys are shuffled and
I
we'll
am
start.
shuffled. Ready.
Okay, me too.
Let's hit it.
Let's
go.
gather.
Gathering.
First leader.
There's my first leader. Look at this hand, camera.
First
This is-
leader.
This is garbage.
Oh my god.
Second leader.
This is
Oh
awful.
no.
First leader.
Bad.
Second leader.
Oh my god. Can I borrow someone's know the land?
I think I'm just gonna know the land. I think I'm gonna.
I'll trade someone a
stop
bison for their
here.
knowledge.
I'm considering the same thing. I'm going to know the land as well.
I need to draw. I need to
Know
draw a little bit
know the
more.
land.
I'm taking a risk here.
Okay.
And I think
I
I'll
will
stop
draw
there.
all 3, but I don't have a second leader showing, so I will not get an extra resource. So that's fine.
How many cards are left in my deck?
Yeah, I'll stop there.
3, 6, 9, 12. There's 16 cards in my deck. What are the odds that this one's the leader?
Literally impossible.
No, I'll stop.
I'm stopping.
I have also stopped.
I have stopped.
First player, get cracking.
Oh, that's me.
Wait, before that, leader bonuses.
Oh, yeah.
We
Oh.
both,
Makes your hand.
We both get one.
Wow.
Both of you?
I drew both my leaders before I drew a single
that doesn't
resource.
Oh, you're right. Doesn't matter after the first round. Yep. Great.
Oh wait, but who goes first? Because it's,
That
it's-
matters. It's in status order.
okay. So it's I go down to 4.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Interesting.
That is
That's
cool.
funny. I actually.
That's where the 6 matters. That's why the 6 matters, is it prevents that.
That-
It's not about cumulative status.
Interesting.
It's about
Yeah.
knocking down the other players.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
I like it.
Okay.
Now-
okay.
now I'm
Well,
worried.
well
Yeah.
grokked.
Yeah, that's a subtle power, but it actually
yeah, it actually does matter.
Here it would have been both a placement and a 2 status swing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then to me for meeting my needs, yeah.
Meet them.
I have a fish and 2 reserves. Whoop. A corn and 2 reserves, and a bison and 2 reserves. It was a little bit of a
Rocky.
not a super prosperous year here, but at least I didn't have to use my leader card, so maybe I will finally get a knowledge. Maybe.
Okay.
Nealon.
We have 3 corn. We have 3 bison and 3 fish with a token.
Look at you go.
Kyle.
I have 2 fish. Managed to find 2 of the 3 in my deck and a token. 3 bison and 3 corn.
Wow.
I did it.
3 bison, 2 corn plus a corn, 2 fish plus a fish token. Met. So no one's unmet.
No one's on that.
No one's on
That's
net,
good.
but
getting
some
thin.
of us burned some reserves
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
I still look fine.
Happy for you.
Me too.
And now we are into gifting.
We
Gifted up.
sure are. That's on me first.
Yep.
Doesn't feel responsible to send a lot of gifts here, but maybe I still should.
You just take the loss. It's fun.
Yeah, this might not be my year.
I feel like, that 5 and 6 is already such a...
Yeah. We're
Yeah, the
already-
fact that you already have that
We're
big
jockeying
lead.
with the-
So I'm
between
almost
us.
just giving irresponsible gifts, gifting away things that I truly need myself, just to compete with Nealon for third place status.
Yeah.
I think that feels like a bad call. I'll pass.
It feels like Christian and I have
Okay,
this.
over to me. I will start by offering a bison to Brandon.
I must take it, and will gladly have some more bison
Here's a
reserves.
card.
So thank you, and 2 status for you.
And then, do I want to stop here? I'll do one more here. I will offer a. Well, you don't have to accept this, but I'll offer you a corn, Christian.
Reject.
Thought that might get
Wow. Oh man, if I had been gutsier, I had 8 more resources before my lead come up.
Isn't that always the case?
Are you doing any other offers?
No, I think I'm
Kyle?
good. I
Okay.
think I'm good.
Kyle.
Alright, to me, Christian, you. I'm gonna start with Christian. Actually, I'm gonna say, would you like a corn? Are you sure you don't want a corn?
I do not want a corn.
Okay.
Wow.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
But I know that Neelan
Oh, I will happily accept. her
really
gifts.
wants some stuff. So you guys have the normal reserve of 9 with a max of 4.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know. So I'm gonna say, Neelan, go ahead and take 3 bison from me.
Whether you want to or not, dude.
Have them bisons.
I'll give you your 6.
Thank you.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then
It's a lot of bison.
I'm gonna say, Brandon, why don't you have a corn and a bison?
Okay, you have cards for those two, so I'm taking them from here.
I do.
I accept.
And then I just force stuff upon everybody.
Yeah.
For stuff upon everyone.
Brandon, you get a bison.
Okay, I'm just converting that to a status. You're still doing it?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
All right, I am on the board with 1 status. And we gave Christian his 2 there.
Yeah, bump me up 2.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
Safely in second there. That's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, I wanted to be pretty confident no one could catch up to me.
All right, then starting with me, we are just reconciling, and so I am discarding everything that I used. I just have a fish in hand, so I'll take a fish for reserves. And 5 forests.
Oh, wow.
It actually
Is it
occurred to
5
me.
forests?
Yeah, how many are in the
I
deck?
feel like it's 5.
I think it's.
There are. I had
C6.
no others in the deck, so
yeah,
I
it's fine.
actually should have maybe gone a little further, knowing that every draw that's not the leader is guaranteed to be a resource. None of them would be
Yeah.
risky, but dead draws. I don't know.
It's interesting.
I wish
still-
I
it's
wish I had
still
been a little
so-
gutsier, but,
so
but I'm the
painful.
one person who has been burned before,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
it was
It's hard
so
not to-
so hard. Like if it happens to me twice,
That would
I
be
would
a
feel
Neil?
A burden of the
pretty,
community.
So, yeah,
Oh,
I'm just-
sorry. The
Oh,
last thing is I have
knowledge.
2 leaders,
Hey.
and I,
Or bump ahead of Neelan.
you
Don't
know,
you dare.
I feel like it's gotta be.
it's tempting.
Knowledge.
It's tempting, but I
Brandon,
think it's knowledge.
Learn something.
Yeah.
I think it's knowledge
Learn
because
something.
No waste.
I think
Especially
we're-
because Neelan has
we're going
leaders.
we're going into the tough years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I would be doing is forcing Neelan to not
to give up.
I would
it
not.
would be mutually assured destruction type.
Yeah,
thing.
we were just
both
both-
giving up on knowledge
Yeah.
for the sake of.
But I am getting scared about the lean years.
and I
I'm
want
very
us I want
afraid.
us to
Let's
be I want us to be
both gain
ready.
knowledge
Okay.
instead.
So I will
You
get
guys are
knowledge
not
with
even
my
that far off the
leaders,
points from
and
each other.
I'm
Like, not
going
sure it's actually
to.
that valuable to spike him.
I'm going to take a no waste,
Okay.
so that I can multiply 1 resource at the end of the round.
Neelan.
I am also going to take a no waste.
There you go. Those are sold out now.
Kyle.
Oh no, waste is gone. Okay,
What?
that's fine. That was like the last one I was considering getting, and I feel fine. Although showing off we just found is
Actually,
cool.
Neelan, did you have no resources in your
I
hand?
had
to
nothing else
convert?
in
Okay.
hand. Yeah, I,
I only have the 1 bison in my hand to convert.
turns into a status whether you want to or not. That's it.
And I have a
One
leader, so I'm actually going to max out my reserves and get in another fish.
I mean, that is
Oh yeah, because you have the 12 slot reserve.
Yep.
Yeah. Well done.
Feels
I
good.
have no resources in hand.
What?
But I am going to turn my 1 leader into a corn so that I can consider whether I'm going to breed corn. No, I'm going to breed bison. Bison are always scarier for me. I don't.
All right,
have
I will
any
breed
bison in
fish.
hand, and if it gets hit on the draw, I'm fucked.
Oh yeah, that's I was going to ask. So this does trigger now. Okay, great. I will take a extra corn.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
that's
This
what
says
I'm
at the
curious.
start of step
Yeah,
6.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Oh, so I
those,
could have
those-
done corn.
those of
I
us who
must
just
be
obtained
biased.
it don't
Yeah, I
get
was
it.
just gonna say,
I totally
okay.
thought it was at the end
Good
of
catch,
step
good
6.
catch.
Yeah.
So the turn you buy it, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's a shame. So there's really only
There's
2
nothing
more
bad.
rounds where
Yeah,
that
yeah.
matters.
Okay.
Okay,
might be
so
something.
But-
tokens and points go out. First goes to Kyle, who gets 3 chips.
Before you shuffle too hard, Kyle, we need to.
get you those.
Do a
we're
little
gonna have to do some
medium shuffle.
availability.
I do this one and then I hand shuffle after we dig.
So first place to Kyle.
Second place to Christian, and I get 2 chips.
Chips.
I'm gonna definitely be
Second
4th.
place.
So 1 and 3rd place for you, Neelan.
And now let's see what advance the clock.
All right,
What
it
are we
is
missing?
year 6, and we are losing a corn,
And a
a 3rd
fish.
fish, and a bison. So 1 of each.
That's so brutal.
That's hard.
That's really painful. I have 2 fish in the deck, so it is impossible for me to meet with
Yeah, but
just
that's why you got
cards.
that big
Yeah.
stockpile.
I mean, yes, but still scary.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's like what the availability has changed is going to affect your tech, your knowledge upgrades a bit, right? Like for you,
definitely.
going all in on big stores makes a lot of sense, more so than for me because fish I don't care about. I
Yes,
still
you
so
have
many
so many
right?
fish in your deck. Absolutely.
And then we're down from roughly like 18 or so resources in our deck to
Now
13.
13.
Yep.
Ooh.
So the ratio of leaders to resources is a lot worse.
Yeah, it hurts.
Spicy.
It hurts
Yeah.
right now. I'll
and,
tell you that
it's, and
much.
it's going to get even worse. So buckle up.
Score check. I'm at 10.
I'm
at
at
9.
6. still.
I'm at 5.
Okay, everyone's in it.
Yeah, it is still
We're
anyone's
technically
game,
anyone's game.
although
It
two
does
of
seem
you,
like
it's
in the
more
late
your
game,
yeah.
in the last few rounds, you cannot catch up, right? Like
It
you
does-
could
yeah.
be more than 3 back, and that's it.
Yeah,
It seems like it would be hard.
But it's okay. It's co-op. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you win,
Yeah,
Nealon.
exactly.
Nealon. It doesn't matter if
Doesn't
you personally win.
Because if we all survive, you do win.
That's true.
You just don't double.
One of 2 victories.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, it's still a win.
It's
in
still
your
a
ass.
W, yeah.
Just tank the game in the final answer. If I don't win a load, then nobody wins.
Be mean. But I like it.
All right, I'm ready for
Let's-
a meager gathering. If you are,
Yep, let's
I
do it.
Sure am.
let's
Start
go.
gathering.
Okay. Leader card.
I feel like that's gonna be more
Leader
common.
card.
Leader card.
Oh,
Wow.
Guys,
Wow.
don't leader.
Leader.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that
Oh
to
my
me, guys.
goodness.
Oh my god, same as well. 2 leaders.
You have 3 cards
I have
around at
3
least. I don't have
cards.
any.
I
I
have
have to
one.
push this. I've got to.
I'm pushing.
I've got to draw some.
You guys, don't.
Bust.
You're bust.
2 cards.
Okay,
You
so
didn't
now
know
the double
that.
bust is a failure,
Huh?
right?
You didn't
No,
know the land.
I was gonna wait a little longer. I was like, because its odds would get better, that it's more valuable the deeper you go.
I
right?
think
Well-
you're just thinking of what I mentioned is that the tips in the rule book
Guys.
say that if 2
that's
people
right,
bust, you're
that's
probably
right.
going to
yeah,
lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because if
remembering.
2 people
So
both
fucking
don't
stop.
get
So
together,
there's no-
it's-
Alright, well, I'm
rule.
stopping, but I'm
yeah.
gonna know the
I'm
lands.
gonna go a little bit more because it would seem silly not to.
I'm gonna know the. Don't forget to know the lands.
Oh.
I looked at this the cards.
Oh no, you busted 2?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're fucked. No,
Oh,
we're not.
wow.
We got a lot of store piles.
Okay, well,
We're good,
so
we're good,
so
we're good.
now I feel
Guys.
like I have to keep going.
And I had no the
Yeah.
land. What was I doing?
Right now, I have to
How many cards
step
do you
up
have?
and 2
Keep
2
going.
drawn cards and 2
And the
drawn
funny
leaders.
part, I can't say.
I mean, I have some drawn cards.
That was
Alright, I
spicy.
just knew
All
the
right.
That
land.
was really
I'll put
spicy.
that
I'm gonna.
card back on top.
I mean, there's what, like 15 to 20
I gained
cards
1
left in my deck?
point.
I'm gonna
Oh,
draw
wait,
a few more.
I should do this. I gained 1 point from there.
Wait, what?
I did too,
'cause I
actually.
determined.
I don't have determined.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
that's
all right,
so
I'm gonna draw a few more because I worry that if I functionally bust
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I give up, then
Yeah,
then
no
there's
matter
no
what, we're
chance.
fucked. I mean,
so-
I think we're in a really bad place.
Uh,
Next round's gonna be fun. You and me just hanging out,
Yeah,
asking for
it's
presents.
just aggravating because there was no reason for it. Like I was
sad.
sitting on know the land, and
I did it on purpose at least, which might not have
Okay.
been a good decision, but I at least made the choice.
I kind of did the stupid
You were
thing
like,
of
I knew I could know the land, but I
Right.
choose not to.
Well, my thinking, I had 1 card in hand, so like the odds of getting that third one
Well,
were
yeah.
low, and
Yeah.
they increased
Oh,
the
yeah.
deeper you dig.
totally.
Yep.
And mine,
I was looking for 1 of each resource before I did it.
Yeah.
the longer we talk and don't move on, the more tempted I am to draw. So we should probably move on.
Fucking stop.
Yeah.
All right, move
Because
on.
I got some cards in hand. I let it ride for a
Player
little
one.
while. That's
Guys,
Kyle.
okay,
So
well,
greedy.
luckily for me, I did find the 2 fish in my deck. So only using 1 of these stored fish. The rest, I think I got.
Oh, and Nealon, those leaders can go on top of your deck to mark
Yeah.
that you're bust.
Let's face up.
Oh, and I don't. Everything in my hand is gone as well, right?
No,
Oh,
you
then
keep that.
those.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be.
But next turn you'll have no hand at all.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I need everything.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Well, you use your tokens to fill those, so
Oh,
you're
that's
going to be
true,
able
yeah.
to fulfill bison and corn, barely.
Oh,
And you're-
the fish
I-
deficit
Oh,
is real bad
wow.
on
I
you.
didn't draw.
That's
I have so many
terrifying.
fish, and I just didn't.
Yeah,
see
and
it.
the fact that we all have 3, like we're just communally, fish
Yeah.
is going to be a problem.
I was curious. I was looking into the lore on this, and it's that climate change thing is why things are getting worse right here.
We're gonna-
We're still in the
Oh.
post-climate change of the lore.
Yeah,
So,
because
like,
there's
resources get
in
lower
the
every
in the
year.
story of this, like with the Coyote and Crow world, there was a big
I think
climate
we're-
like
I think we're
catastrophe,
F.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is
think
bad.
we're
This we might be.
I think
this is
we're
game.
done.
Yeah.
So I'm
Um,
unmet
gifts.
on fish. And
Yeah, I'm also unmet on fish
we
by
go.
1.
That's game.
Well, we have leader
still have
cards in a
leaders.
while.
We still have leaders.
Kyle has
I have
fish.
3 fish.
Yeah, that
You're gonna screw me in the next train.
I can
But you
boop
can get lots of
corn
status for all those gifts.
and I can boop
I don't think
bison.
that matters right now. I think our community is really hurt.
I'm just 1 fish short. The problem is
Because
that
you're not drawing fish, you're not drawing fish. So it's between me and Brandon. I have 2 fish in my deck. I think we are effed in the
we have to
sea.
we have to feed
probably-
ourselves and them next year.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
So just use your
yeah.
leaders for wilds. That's fine.
All right.
I mean, I need to.
Just to double check, by the way, yeah, there's no status bonuses from leader.
Nope.
For how many leaders we drew. So
Gifting.
Kyle, gifting is to you.
God damn,
Get
guys.
cracking, dude.
Actually,
Alright,
can we
Hey,
do this?
hey man, you got any fish?
Christian,
We can do it, I think, by gifting
Oh,
some of our
would
would you
leader
like?
cards.
Would you like 3 fish?
Yes.
Have them from my
Emptying
reserve.
Wait.
the reserves and getting 6
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's
6
fine.
status for it.
Give it to me from leaders though, because you want to have 2 to breed.
I don't have that.
Oh, you
card.
didn't get that one. I'm sorry. Never mind.
I want 2 to breed.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I don't know if that'll
I don't
happen.
think that's gonna happen either. Sorry, friend.
Okay, and you're you can remove
Actually,
those unmets.
you could offer him 2 fish as leaders.
You're done now, right, Christian?
Well, I can, but I think I want to have 1 fish for myself from this leader right now. So
Why though? Like him having 2
Because-
that turns into 3 is more valuable than you having 1.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I don't know if he has fish in hand. Oh, I know he doesn't have fish in
And
hand
exactly.
because
between the
he's
2
done
of
that.
you, you need to get
Okay.
3
Yep,
leaders.
I'm with you there. I'm going to gift you 2 fish via the leader cards.
I accept.
I would think so. All right, we're up to 11 in our
Jeez.
stores. These are gone. Means I'm not getting tech.
God.
Is it bad that I'm still thinking about like how can I get 2nd place on status?
I know.
Yeah, yes, that is bad. Okay, Brandon, let me fill you up, Daddy.
Yeah.
All right, how about 2 bison cards?
I will. You've already gifted to them, huh? So
I'm gonna
it's
be
me or
first.
nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll accept those.
I'm going to be first.
So take your 4 more status.
Yeah. Congrats, man. You're gonna be ruling over the wasteland.
Yeah, I'm gonna be ruling over our desolate. No way that we're.
You know,
this is
if you
gonna-
guys just draw really well next round, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. We just need to draw 2 leaders and as many fish as we can. That is really where
what's
we're
going
at.
on here?
Oh, sorry, I just fed them.
Oh, okay, okay.
Put them back away.
Christian, your turn to gift.
Seems stupid not doing that.
Fair enough. Nealon, you have literally the same board state as
Yeah.
Christian, other than you have less status awards.
I guess
I
you
mean,
have 2
well, I was
cards
just
in
saying,
hand.
like, well,
Oh, and your knowledge
yeah.
is a little different.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like it's more just about giving myself a status bump for giving someone a bison. Christian, would you like a bison?
I have no choice.
Take a
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I actually think that's smart because I can always give
And
the
he
bison
has
back.
bison. Exactly. You can always
bison.
get it back. I'm,
But right
I'm
now
rich,
you need
I'm bison
points.
rich, and
I think
yeah.
I think that's really
I mean,
smart.
it seems better than sitting on 0.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brandon.
I'm actually realizing that and it's what I would do now anyway, but rather than have fish on met, I needed to use a leader card there,
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
so I've done that. And then I have a leader card. Let's see. So both of you are not.
I feel like you just need to turn it to fish at this
You
point.
have to turn it to fish. It's
I
not
am
a
definitely.
decision.
I'm just looking at who to give a fish to.
For status? Does status? Oh yeah, you do want status.
Yeah, it's worth
Give-
it's worth
give-
giving it to one of you instead of keeping it
Give
for
fish,
myself for
give
the
fish
status.
to Kyle.
Yeah.
That's the right answer. Because he also
Kyle?
has a bigger. He has a bigger bank.
Yeah, I do.
But you two aren't farming next time. So you,
Yeah, but it'll just get handed to us eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure it out in gifts one way or the other.
Like it's interesting that
Yeah.
the reserves really do not belong to one person.
Sure.
Kind
when
of,
we're
because
starving.
you can-
We're
yeah.
Because
so
they
hungry.
must
Yeah,
get
right.
handed
Yeah.
around.
So-
Like, I'm so used to like area control games and stuff where like when I have the resources that means something, and here it only means can I give them to you as a gift. It does
Here-
not mean
here's the thing though, is that they sort of, giving them someone like Kyle, they kind of represent future status.
That's true.
So I'd rather give it to the person with
Then
the
it should go to
lowest
Nealon.
status awards, which is Nealon. So I'll use my leader card to give you a fish, Nealon.
Okay. And take your fish.
that's it.
And that's it. So reconciling, we do all feed, but we'll see if next year that happens.
I get a free bison from Know the Land, or excuse me, from No Waste. Yeah, guys ready to eat it?
also get shoot.
I was like, this isn't that hard.
Oh, no,
This is
no,
great.
no, this
and then
is-
it just
And then it blew up
Oh,
immediately.
yeah.
Having two of us get busted
Damn.
that early.
Yeah, that was so brutal.
This is annoying. There was probably a misplay here. Maybe I should have gifted someone. So, I want 4th. I was like, so I have corn in hand, but I can't turn it into tokens soon enough for it to then multiply. So instead, my bison multiply, which is just a status.
You could have given it to me and it would have multiplied.
Yeah.
Since you went 4th.
True. Yeah.
Or to.
Or me.
Didn't think of it.
Yeah.
I have 2 bison,
yeah,
but I think we're
that's
fine.
game.
on bison.
And I mean, it's good to have the corn. Like, I'm not mad at having the corn. I just
It
wish
is
it would have
one corn
multiplied.
bracelet,
Yeah.
Technically, I bump up 2 more. Not that it matters.
It does still
Okay.
multiply. You do get the status from it. I don't know if that matters to you, but.
I mean, I was all and the rankings don't change, so
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
Points go out, but it
Kyle,
doesn't matter.
Kyle takes
3 to
another
Kyle.
3 awards.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
we
take
could.
2 awards.
If you're just lucky.
Neelan gets 1 award.
I mean, the thing is, it's possible. We just need to get lucky.
And
Because we need to both have
swapping
2
numbers,
leaders
right?
at the end of this. Like, if Brandon busts, it's over.
If I
And we're going into round 7.
Well,
We
I'm not
sure
gonna-
are.
I will
Oh,
for
I see,
sure.
I see.
I will for sure know
So we're-
plan once I get to 2.
We're gonna
That's
draw the
only
4
4.
remaining availability cards, which we
Jesus.
know is 2 bison and 2 corn. Take those out of your decks.
Doesn't matter to me. Because I don't draw anything.
Oof, guys.
Fucking Christ.
This is brutal.
Oh wow! I really underestimated how hard this was going to be just
well,
to
like
survive.
I said though, I said at the beginning, 7 and 8 is where the rubber meets the road. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
up until then, you're establishing
6.
towards state. You're getting
Right.
but even 6, we got our asses kicked and it was fine.
Yeah.
It's just like, and now is where.
Now is
You
because
say it's fine, but we're looking
I mean,
at
we're
a
about to
very
lose, I
empty.
understand.
the
I'm
bigger
just
the bigger
here.
fallout from your overextending is now when you
Yes,
don't know at all.
that's-
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's on me and Kyle to
Because normally I feel like
Yeah.
when you're overextending, you at least had a little bit of resources, but both of you had
Yeah.
almost nothing
Right,
in
so
That was
hand.
really bad.
It's like we'll play it out, of course. I'm actually like kind of doing the math here, and I'm not sure that this is mathematically possible for us to get enough fish.
It is if we
You
have
need
the
to be
leader
exceedingly
cards.
lucky, yeah.
Leader cards wild.
All,
gets you
all
there.
your fish.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it
Do
depends. How
they
many
do
fish
2
do you
leader
have?
cards? Do we have 8 fish cards between us?
Well, you have fish as part of yours.
Yeah.
I don't know what the secondary class
Yeah,
gives
I don't know
you.
either.
Is it 8 cards?
No, 8 I think is the high.
Oh, really?
I
So
basically
it's 6 or 7.
It might actually not be possible.
basically need to shuffle a leader card to the bottom and draw my whole deck in hopes
Yeah.
that I get enough fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do that.
I mean,
that's the plan.
the thing is, I do have determination, so I have a fish in the pocket here.
Fish in the pocket.
Yeah, I still have a fish in the pocket.
Bonus fish.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just need to draw both of my fish, and then I'm met myself.
It actually might be thanks to your determination that it's mathematically possible.
I think it is.
I mean,
very
we're about to
determined.
lose, but it's not.
Oh,
it's not
man,
going
stop
wrong.
it.
All right. Well, Neelan, would you
God.
cut my deck so that it's your fault?
Sure.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
same.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Jesus.
Put it on you.
I've already got
Thank
enough
you.
play here.
Man. Alright, ready, Brennan?
Ready. Let's go. Okay. No leaders yet.
Leader.
Oh,
And remember, all you're really looking for is fish. If you have a lot of fish in hand,
Yeah, because
don't
we
press
have.
your
I
luck.
mean, we need to draw some of the other things,
No, we do
but
not.
we need some.
No,
corn.
where's
Yeah.
some?
I guess some.
Yeah. Weird. Don't need that.
This is a good cut,
Leader.
Neelan.
Okay.
Right, you have determination.
No in hand. Knowing the land here, I'm going to look at the top 3,
Land.
which is almost my entire deck, which is really solid. And
is-
it's
this
literally no
Working
leader
or working,
cards.
Brandon?
This is wild.
Which also pops your determination.
Determination. Boom.
Wow, this did.
So those are
miraculously
literally.
work out.
There's one leader card there.
And one.
There's 5 cards left, and I haven't drawn a leader yet. This
Keep
is.
going.
There's a leader.
Well,
You want to-
you
We
need
need 2
2.
leaders.
Yeah.
There is a leader.
Okay, now you stop.
Okay.
Let's see if
Am
we got
am
it.
I stopping? Hang on.
You cannot ask
You
how
don't
many
have
fish
none of the
everyone
lands?
has. So we
No.
have 2 visible fish.
We have 2 visible
I-
fish in the
out of-
game.
I wish
and
I
have
had
2
three.
cards in my
I
deck.
wish I knew whether there were any
I
more
know.
fish in that deck.
In my deck?
In my deck.
In-
Oh,
Yes.
whoa.
I feel like it's your choice. I feel like drawing feels fucking crazy to me.
Yeah. It
I would
feels
rather
drawing.
lose from us not drawing into it than us lose from you drawing too aggressively. That feels way worse.
Ooh, I don't
Yeah.
know, though. Well, I mean,
I'm
yeah.
trying to math
if
it out.
you literally don't know how many fish were in the deck at the start, then I
Yeah,
guess
if
there's
I
no
knew
reason
that there was a
to
fish
draw.
there,
Yeah,
I would
of
probably
course,
draw
yeah,
for it.
yeah,
And
but-
I'm worried that the numbers of resources in the deck were 8, 6, 5, meaning I have 6
I think
and
that
3 are
feels
gone.
right
and
to me.
I guess I can't
Yeah.
comment on whether that means there's anything in the deck,
Yeah.
but I will stop drawing.
First player, get cracking.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
Kyle.
guys. Okay, I have bison, as someone might imagine.
Oh man!
I also have corn, which feels really good.
And you
and-
already did your determination, gained
I
that
did.
fish. Okay.
And I also met fish.
Okay.
Okay.
1. Brandon.
Well, I have enough corn. I have enough bison using a bison token.
Yeah, so we now have enough corn and bison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're fine on bison and corn.
Oh, interesting. Now that I'm looking at my hand, I know for a fact, because I did know off the top of my head that there are 5 forests, that the remaining of my deck was
It's
2
not.
forests and a leader.
good.
So
Nice.
I literally drew all the resources in my deck like I was saying we needed
All
to.
right.
Anyway, I have 3 fishes.
There it is.
So
Well, I
my
mean,
needs are
he
met.
needs to have a fish in hand or we're sunk.
If you haven't, well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
I got nothing,
Yeah.
but I must. wait, 3 first.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
I will satisfy one bison, one
And then all your needs are
Now
unmet.
gifting, starting
Yes.
with 1.
Okay, Kyle.
We got
Okay, I gotta start gifting.
Okay.
Let's gift. I'm gonna gift 2 bison to Christian.
okay.
Would you like that?
Yeah. Okay. I'm beyond giving a shit. Oh wait, so
Oh wait, no, I can multiple.
Yeah, you need to make your
I also
whole
need
gift
to
at once.
Full
Yeah.
full gift. I will also gift you 3 corn.
I'm taking it.
All right, and so you get 10 status.
Yes.
In case that ends up mattering.
I mean, now I'm at the point. If I haven't reached this, I'm like, hey man, if you win, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Yes.
like literally.
Yeah.
I feel like the chieftain role is very much it should feel like thanks to this guy we made
Yes.
it through
Yes.
the winters.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
No, I need to gift Nealon some shit here.
The other thing I was going to say is suddenly the more you share feels, oh wait, there is a
That's a
situation
late
where
game.
that is.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of these
helpful.
cards are designed around
Wow.
specific
Very
scenarios. As
situational.
opposed
Yeah,
to,
I'm
seeing-
exactly.
If one of us had that right now, we'd probably be fine.
Wait, what is it?
The more you share is if you gift 5 resources, you get 2 from
So
the
you
bank
lose
of your
five.
choice.
Oh my god, yeah.
And we were like, well, that's
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah,
Why would I ever
yeah, we
use
looked at
that?
yeah, I
And
know,
the answer
right?
is when
Oh
2
my
people
God.
bust.
Honestly, preservation and that feel
right.
amazing combination. Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, I think Nealon. I see 3 corn here, so I think I'm gonna hold my 1 corn. I'm gonna say you can have up to 3 bison.
I mean, I'll take all 3.
Okay. Have 2 here and 1 here.
Here.
Brandon,
Do we
you're
lose?
fine.
I think we lose. So wait, you're not gifting your leader cards as fish?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I need to do that too. Retroactively, I will 2
Yeah, that's
leaders
fine.
here. I think we may have lost because I don't think you have a fish in
Yeah.
hand,
So
right?
so this is where
Oh.
I say I don't have any fish in hand, and so I can gift 2 fish, but you need 3
so
between you.
close.
Yeah.
So it was unwinnable.
A fish.
It was
It was
unwinnable.
unwinnable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
If we had had different knowledges, it would have been winnable.
In
Or
some
If I had the
ways.
more you
Yeah.
share, I
Totally.
could have given 5 here, gotten 2 fish back.
Wow.
And then even if
This
you
is fun.
That was
yeah,
cool.
this is fun.
It is. It's,
Yeah.
it's wild that like
even if
in
you
the
2
scenario.
had, oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say even in the scenario where we sort of basically perfect drew your decks, like
Yeah.
that double bust was like
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is what they said.
Yeah,
Which
that,
is what they
that
said.
tip in the
Yep.
rulebook saying like make sure your team does not double bust.
Yep.
It was.
I
it
mean,
was true.
I love it. I was a little worried starting this that it was going to feel too easy and like we were all chasing first
too.
place.
Yeah.
And hey, I was wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
The way the arc like progressed towards the end, that was awesome.
that was
It
so
got really
fun.
spicy.
Yeah. And that's something that is not. Having read the rulebook in order to teach you all and so we could play, that is not clear at all from the rulebook. It's like what the
How
arc of the game will be, and
very
even from
the
looking at it, we
last
started to
3
talk about it
rounds
a little bit and kind of see like,
Yeah.
oh,
It was
you
gonna
want to
get
build up
spicy.
supplies because the resources are going to run thin, but
And we had a
it's not-
shit ton of supplies, but the double bust still killed us.
I feel like
it's crazy because not only if you had even if you had double busted but but you had drawn 1 more fish along the way, we would have survived.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it was just the tiniest
that was-
hair
that
too
was-
bad.
when I was
of luck.
pushing, I was literally drawing for 1 more fish, and then I was going to use Know the Land, right? I was like, there's 1 leader in this stack of like 15
Oh, so you busted without even using Know the Land.
I mean,
Because
same.
the deeper
Oh,
you go
that's
in,
right, yeah.
the better it gets.
Yeah.
Because obviously you use Know the Land, you're never going to bust then.
Yeah.
Because you know
Yeah.
whether or at least you're not going to bust in those.
So
three.
like
knows
I was
there.
digging it to get just a few deeper,
Same.
and just get a little more value from it. And
It's
then
like-
that was stupid.
I reckon like it can't be the next card, so let's get
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
cards
Exactly.
in.
Yeah.
and know
That's
the land,
exactly
and
it.
then
Well,
you feel like an idiot.
And the tough thing with push your luck games is that it can very well be, and I'm not an expert at this game obviously, but it can very well be that you 2 made the correct plays.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Knowing your odds.
But you know,
Sure,
in
yeah,
a, in a
yeah.
short
and then luck just.
thematic co-op game
was
like
on
this,
side,
that
yeah.
doesn't make me feel
Absolutely.
because
Yeah.
it was fun. It was
Yes.
interesting. It was an
Yeah.
interesting choice to make wrong.
I like it.
And it led to an interesting scenario, which we tried to work our way around.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
did not.
I think that was my favorite part of the game was the desperate struggle.
Yeah.
Even though
That felt like we were starving.
Really
It
great.
felt
Yeah, that felt like we've had our differences in the past, but we are sharing this land.
communities all have
It was really interesting.
And the realization that your personal bank just does not matter when everyone's starving.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
really cool.
absolutely.
Like,
Right,
if everyone's starving, I'm taking your bison.
Yes.
Right.
It's like, you're
Yes.
giving them to me, you must. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, status track? I don't give a shit about status track. I want to
Yeah,
not
I was
starve.
like, didn't even like realize that. I'm like, okay, I'm gifting.
And you're
I was like,
blasting
oh,
away.
I get status. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about that when we survive.
The interesting thing is, I think one of the other mistakes that I think was interesting and not wrong, but now looking back was like, ooh, that was really interesting, was jostling for that early status. As you say, it gets desperate in the end where status doesn't feel like it matters as much. But
And
discarding leader, like those
there
two
was
times where
several
there's
times.
2 leader cards discarded, which forced you to discard leader to get back into the...
Yep.
And then we could have had all
Giving
this
up
different
knowledge.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't we all feel
Yeah.
silly now?
It's really
That's
interesting.
true.
Really interesting.
That's true. Those times,
decisions.
if we had taken one more knowledge, one of the
Yeah.
times that we went for the couple status instead.
And I don't think it's
Or-
and I don't
or
even think it's
resources.
wrong.
If
That's
I
the
turned it
crazy
into
thing.
fish, we had, I mean, like the pressure luck games, right? Like the way
Yeah.
the luck happens really can change the feel of the game, and like at what point did you go wrong versus what was a bold, interesting
Right,
play.
right.
Yep.
It does a thing which I always like about any co-op, which is like it's now informed the next time I would play this.
Yes.
It's like, okay,
Yes.
that's all I want from like a first play of a co-op.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, that's true. In a co-op, which this is a semi-co-op, so it's
Sure, yeah,
slightly
yeah.
different because
I don't know,
you're
man. Getting to the end,
but-
that feels like a co-op. Like I really,
You're
the
right,
second
you're right.
victory when you were describing, it, I was like, oh, so you win.
Yeah.
That's the victory. And now that I'm here, I'm like, oh fuck, not starving would have felt
Yeah,
like a
right,
big deal.
right. It would have been
And-
really huge.
And yeah, I'm always disappointed when I win my first play. In a
I was
co-op.
gonna say the exact same thing.
Because
It
then
means
it's like,
the
oh,
game is too easy
so
to
getting good
grasp.
at this is valueless
Yeah.
because
And
I
feel
can
like
already win
that's-
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it feels increasingly rare as well.
I
Yeah.
do still think, because we identified all the ways that we could have survived at least this year had we just been a little less greedy. Like, I still do think that this may have felt very easy had we treated it as pure co-op.
Yeah.
yes,
right?
Yes,
I think that's true.
I
Because we
agree.
would have had 3 more knowledge between
Yeah.
us and
Although I will say in the early rounds we were really running up against the hard limits of the reserves. Like I was at 9 for
Yeah.
several rounds.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's necessarily the like here's the easy play that would have just made us win.
Yeah.
I think we would have run into other issues.
Yeah.
And what's cool is in those first few rounds, your reserve limits and also the 4 of each type limit means you're kind of gonna get forced to make choices about like, well, do I really want one more of the thing I already like fish?
Right.
I have such a fishy deck.
Yeah.
I would probably not have turned it into fish. I would have turned it into something else because my
Right,
deck is
yeah.
all fish. So like you still have this interesting thing of like, well, even if I was being super generous and never worrying about status, I still would have been doing something.
You can see how it would change like a lot of like, just, okay, I may as well always go until I have 2 leaders. I may as well not give up anything for status. Like, I do
Right.
think that would just make it a substantially less interesting game.
Agreed.
So,
Yeah.
Agreed.
I
So
think
That said, if you're playing with kids or something, like I could see stripping out status in this being like
sure,
a family
yeah,
co-op.
totally.
Oh yeah. And it would be
you'd
really snappy.
you'd probably win it 80-90% of the time,
Yeah.
but sometimes that's what you want from like a family
Exactly.
co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Cool design.
yeah.
I'm really impressed with there were not that many mechanics, and yet it felt really fresh. Like there was a lot of it. There was a lot of chunky decisions.
Yes.
It did not feel like it was playing itself.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of like really stripped down games can kind of feel
Absolutely.
like sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
The amount of shuffling we did makes me want to sleeve these cards, but then I always feel bad sleeving a game that is like priding itself on its eco-friendly
right.
stuff. It's like, let's put this game in
Yeah.
1,000 sheets of plastic. So
Oh, no,
I don't know
worry.
if I'll...
I don't know who made them or how. I ordered them from China.
It's true.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
I'm
good stuff.
was.
I'm
raring
very
to play it
impressed.
again.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you all for joining me.
Thank you for
playing.
inviting us.
Yeah, thank you.
for
Sorry
playing
we all
Wolves with
starved,
me.
but we did so in a spirit of camaraderie.
We did. We all starved together.
Yeah.
And in the end,
Isn't that what matters? I mean,
guess
did I
so,
starve?
yeah.
My needs were
You seem
met.
like you're pretty good, yeah.
Next round we'd have been screwed though.
Yeah,
by
it's
some-
so screwed.
well, thank you one more time to Coyote and Crow Games for providing us with this copy. We really enjoyed it, clearly. And thank you, viewers, for watching. One last reminder, we'd love if you'd like and subscribe to the video. You can check out the Board Game Barrage podcast for more of Neelan. And
I'm here.
We'll play for more of you. For more of them.
right here.
We will be back soon with more playthroughs of all sorts of games we got coming out. So till then, be optimal.